What's up, everybody? Andrew Peters here with Keller Williams Classic Properties. Today we're going to talk about for sale by owners. Now here's the thing. Everybody thinks that it can be done. The market's good. I'm just going to throw up my house online. Agents really don't do anything. I can do this all on my own. Well, here's an honest truth that most agents don't want you to know. For some people, that's true. All right. Now I'm going to give you the hard reality of it. For a lot of people, it's not even close to true. A lot of people are going to misrepresent their house. They're going to underrepresent their house. They're going to undermarket their house, and they're not going to do the right things. So having an agent is clutch for a large majority of the people. Some people are going to get off easy. They're just going to go and they're going to give their house away for a wrong price, or they're going to lose a lot in the negotiations. They're not going to know that they can ask for things. They're not going to put protections in place for them. That's where the experience of a realtor comes into play. So let's talk about a few things that you can do to for sale by owner, is what they call it. FSBO, F-S-B-O, for sale by owner. You're going to hear me call it a FSBO. Let's do this. Item number one, pictures. All right. It's 2020, people. COVID is all around. We don't have a choice. People aren't walking into homes like they used to. So you want to make sure that you're coming up with good, high quality pictures every chance you get. Because that's the ball game these days. You want to do pictures. You want to do video. You want to do video walkthrough. If it's you don't need a drone shot for everyone, and you sure don't want your son doing the drone shot, or your daughter, whoever just happens to have a toy drone laying around. There's a reason that professional photographers are used, and there's a reason that they do a good job. I'm talking wide field of view, very, very bright pictures, something out of a magazine. I've had pictures taken so good before that I'm like, I'm not sure I can use these because they're too good, right? Somebody's going to walk into the house and they're going to go, well, doesn't look like it does online. This place is totally trash. Okay, your pictures can just be an amazing attraction for everybody, and it's their first introduction to your house. So let's make it a good one. Number two, staging. Staging is important, okay? We're talking about luxury homes here. No matter what the home is, you got to stage it properly, all right? Declutter the house. Take yourself out of the house. Neutralize your paint colors. These are things that everybody can do. So you want to take your possessions, and after living in a house for a few years, God knows we're all going to have plenty of them, especially if you got kids. You want to take your possessions and cut them down to the bare minimum while you have it on the market, all right? A closet that has 40 shirts in it is going to feel a lot more full than a closet that has 40% extra space in it, right? It's going to feel big when you have empty rails, okay? So take a few shirts and just throw them in there. Everything else needs to be gone, out of here, bye. Find a storage unit, start packing early, because if you get an agent, you're gonna sell it quickly anyway, so it won't matter. So go ahead and take most of your stuff out of the house. In addition to that, you wanna make sure that what you're doing is you're taking yourself out of the house, okay? No kidding, I've had buyers walk through a house, go, nope, don't want this place, look at that outfit, right? Or look at those drapes. Well, we're not looking at the drapes, we're looking at the walls. Yep, but if they have a choice like that, I don't want to live in a house where somebody else had that kind of preference. Now, don't get me wrong, as an agent, I'm sitting here going, oh gosh. All right, that being said, it happens. So what you want to do is you want to take yourself out of the house, because what you're trying to do is you're trying to neutralize everything. That way people can see themselves in it. My goal is not to represent you and how you've lived in the house. Instead, it's to actually take it and show the house to somebody and get them to envision themselves living in that house. That's key. In addition to staging, hire a professional. If you're doing a luxury home, hire a professional. There's a reason that Lamborghini and Porsche don't just go and click pictures of their cars with their cell phone and put them online, all right? So take a professional, have them stage it, have them take pictures of it, and then have them market it. This is all very important. In addition to that, your description, all right? People who are buying luxury homes are wanting a very, very detailed description. Now, these people usually know what they want. They've bought houses before. You don't get a lot of entry-level markets at the $1 million, $2 million mark. So what you're wanting to do is you're wanting to make sure that the description brings them in, okay? If you're next to a golf course, say it. If you're in a highly desirable neighborhood, say it. theater rooms, pool rooms, pools, whatever it may be, high-end kitchens, okay? These are all things that people in the luxury market are looking for. And they're going to go through and they're going to have a checklist. I want a custom closet, I want a theater room, and I want a pool in the backyard. Click, click, click. Yep, I know of just the house. We can take you to it. Next, we're going to talk about how you determine the price. Most people just look on Zillow and say, well, price is this, let's go with that. Or they have their neighbor who just sold a house. And went, well, you know, Mrs. McGillicuddy across the street just sold her house and it was $1.3 million last month, so I'm going to ask $1.3 million. Well, it doesn't quite work like that. So you need to go and you need to actually run comps. This is where having the professional access to the market, knowing what you're looking for, and then knowing what is truly a comparable and what is not a comparable property. There's maintenance, there's style, there's neutrality, there's updates, there's everything, okay? So just because your house sold next to you doesn't necessarily mean that's what your house is worth. And then everybody thinks about for sale by owner. I'm telling you 9 out of 10 times it's because they don't want to pay an agency fee. And it's real simple, okay? Agency fee, you're willing to tip your server at a restaurant. Why not pay a professional for doing a professional job? All right. Now, I'm not here, agency fee, no agency fee. If you know me, I just don't care, right? I get compensated for the work I do because of how I do it well. And if that's not something you're interested in, no hard feelings. I'm making this video for you, so at least you have a chance to get up and do better for yourself, okay? Now, agency fee is real simple. Standard in the market's about 6%. Now, that can fluctuate. There is no fixed agency fee. That is illegal. Now, at 6%, half of that's going to go to the buy side and half of that's going to go to the seller, seller's agent. Now, here's the trick, okay? Your agency fee at 3% for the buyer, you're going to want to offer that. Don't get cheap on this one, because a long time ago, they put in place a buyer's agency, okay? Guess who pays the buyer's agency? The seller. It's very, very uncommon for the buyer to pay the agency fee. Now, here's the deal. Right, wrong, or indifferent, this is how it's set up. Every buyer on the market, and I'm talking a solid 90, 95% of the market, is represented by a buyer's agent. Now, what's that mean? Nobody wants to work for free. Nobody wants to work for free. If I told you to go to work, but guess what? You're not getting paid on this one, you're probably not going to go that day, all right? Agents are the same thing. Now, if you want an agent to recommend your house to a client, to their client, you got to pay them for it. So spend the 3% on the buyer or on the buyer's commission and put that in the notes. Advertise it. You are selling your home and you want to draw attention. Don't lose the attention before you even have a chance to get the buyer into the house. Offer the 3% agency fee. So what's that mean? That means the only part you're really trying to save is 3% on making sure that you don't pay a listing agent. Well, guess what? You're going to save more by paying a listing agent, because you're going to have professional photos. You're going to have really good ones instead of, you may not know. You're going to have professional negotiator when it comes to remedies. You're going to have professionals guiding you through the process, making sure your paperwork's updated so that it legally is going through correctly. You're going to have a professional walking you through the process. Here's the thing. You don't know your own blind spots. So I'm going to give this to the client that I'm going to go see in a little bit, okay? How many sides are on this box, right? I ask my daughters, I ask my friends, how many sides are on this box? All right, it's nothing special, no trick box, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the bottom is 6. Now, here's the difference. There's 6 sides to this box. That's a common answer, okay? If we open it, we're gonna find 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more sides, okay? That's 12 sides to the box. 99% of the time when I ask people this, they always say that there's 6 sides to this box, when in reality, there's 12. Right, wrong, or indifferent, love the analogy or not, a second set of perspective is always going to help you, okay? So having that person who's been there, you might have sold 1, 2, 3, 4 houses on your own, but having somebody there that sold dozens really, really helps you on that. So Your agency fee is going to help you know your own blind spots. The seller's agency is going to walk you through all these things. They're going to help you anticipate things. And then guess what? Most FSBOs, most for sale by owners suffer because you guys are too emotional on your own product. It is hard to sell your own home, right? I want to rent my own home out, but guess what? My wife very understandably says, we can sell that home and turn that money into an investment property, but having somebody invest in the house that we raised our kids in, it's too emotional, right? So when he comes in and says, the layout doesn't work, or I don't like this redesign. Well, guess what? That redesign might have been something that you and your spouse or your family slaved over, either doing it yourself or having somebody draw it out for you and make sure that it was perfect. So you got this brand new kitchen. Now somebody's coming in and going, I don't like that. I need you to take $10,000 off because of the kitchen. Well, guess what? You're too emotional. You're already going to be in a dangerous place to do your self-service. So a lot of an agent's job on the sell side is to regulate the emotional roller coaster and to anticipate that for you. So we know what's going to be good, what's going to be bad, and when things are going to happen. And you just want to make sure you're asking the right questions, okay? So let's end this with, why am I helping you? I'm a real estate agent. I sell nice homes for a living. So why am I trying to teach you how to sell your own home? And be honest with you, it's not going to be the most popular video I've ever made amongst my peers. This video is to help teach you for a few reasons. One, it's hard. This is hard. I can give you all the information. I can have LeBron James teach me how to shoot a jump shot. But if I don't spend days and hours and weeks and months and years and 10,000 hours practicing this thing, well, guess what? I'm never going to shoot a jump shot like LeBron James. Okay? The professional usually can do it better and easier than I can. So what I'm hoping for is that if you ever do go with an agent, you'll give me the opportunity to interview as your agent. Second reason I'm helping you out for free is usually those people who sell a home are going to go buy one. All right. Buying is free. We've already talked about this. So hopefully you'll consider me as a buying agent for your next luxury home. All right. The cost is free. Feel free to consider interviewing me for that. In addition to that, usually people know somebody, whether they're buying, selling, or investing, and you would consider referring them to me as a client. My business is built on referrals. Fourth and most important is most agents consider a for sale by owner as the adversary. They're taking food from your kids. They're, fighting you on everything. They're usually asking for too much. Well, guess what? That's most agents, and I'm not most agents. So when I'm here as a service to help you sell your home, whether it's through agency or just through some things that may make you better. If you can do it, great. Okay. What I find is that most people aren't prepared for the long slog, and they don't really know the level that it takes and the commitment that it takes. All right. So it's not just hiring a lawyer. It's not just throwing up some cell phone videos or pictures on Zillow and hoping for the best. There's a lot more into this. There's contacts. There's active marketing versus passive marketing. There's a whole world of online marketing. So unless you know algorithms and what to post on what site and where, that gets a little tricky. If nothing else, call me, 614-282-3316. I'd love to help you out. Again, my name's Andrew Peters. I'm with Keller Williams Classic Properties. You can call me here anytime you want. Again, 614-282-3316. God bless you guys. I hope you have a very healthy and safe rest of the 2020 and into the 2021s. And we'll talk to you soon.